Hi everyone, it's Danny. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing another video for my December Daily 2018 album that I am making in my Traveler's Notebook. So I'm sharing days 15 to 19 here, so we've got quite a few to get out. We've got 4 double page spreads and 1 single spread, so it's a little bit of a longer video. So what I'm doing now, this is for day 15, and I think I actually have 2 spreads for this day. Yeah, I do. So I am just trimming down my photos. I have 3 4x6 photos to fit. 4x6? 3x4 photos to fit on this double page spread, so it's quite a bit to fit in. Taking this cute little Santa head paper. I have a bunch of scraps from the Echo Park Merry and Bright collection that I'm trying to get used up, and I have to say I've done pretty well in using up my scraps. So I'm just going to pop that down as a background here. Using my ATG tape. And I'm going to have that photo of my son and my husband on the left, and then the other 2 photos over on the right. So I've been using the Advent sheet from that Echo Park collection to punch out the numbers for the days, and I'm really liking that so far. It's one of the pretty consistent things I've kept throughout the album. So I'm just punched that out with my, I think it's a 1 inch, 1.5 inch maybe, circle punch. I'm not sure, sorry. I'm going to map my photo on some of this paper. It's a really pretty red with gold foiled words, so I'm just going to have a little border of that all the way around just so you can see the gold foil. Bringing in some more of that red that is in that Santa head paper. There we go. And then I'm going to use that same Santa paper to mat this photo. I can't remember whether I mat the other photo on this. Go, just a thin border. No, I don't. I use this mint. So I pulled out this. It's a card making kit. I got it on clearance. I can't remember who it's by, but it's just a bunch of like pre-folded cards. And I like the mint because it brings in some more of that mint in the number 15. So I'm just going to put that up there and then stick my number straight down. Okay, so this is a sticker book from the Reject Shop, and I'm just going to use these gold and black circle alphas to spell out Christmas, and then I'll use my Pigma Micron to write out Wonderland, and I'm going to do some sort of faux calligraphy with that as well. So this thing we're visiting here is, it's called a Christmas Wonderland, and my town does it actually this year that I'm documenting was the first year they did it, but they're doing it again this year, so I think it's going to become a yearly thing where they decorate the local botanic garden or Japanese garden with lights and Christmas lights, and yeah, they had characters there, and Santa came to visit. It was yeah, really, really fun. So I'm just using some of the stickers from that collection. So I've used a Santa head, and I will come in a minute and add a couple more. But I'm just quickly doing a scribbly border first, just on this side, because it's white and a little bit sort of blank. Going through my my foiled stickers here, a foiled sticker book from the Reject Shop, and I found this Christmas cheer one. I've used quite a lot of these stickers actually. It's a really big book full of stickers, and I'm finding them really quite fun to use in this project. They're nice and flat, so really good for a traveler's notebook, and it helps sort of bring another cohesive element. Just brought in that little, it kind of looks like a snow globe, but it's on a stand, almost like a cake stand. And then I brought up my Happy Planner seasonal sticker book, and I'm just going to use some of these little hearts, use a couple of the red ones, and then one of the little gold foil ones just to fill in some of those gaps. There we go. That's that page done. All right, moving on to the second page. So this was when we got into the gardens and one of the characters we met. So just trimming down that photo. This is just one of the trees they had decorated. They have the whole thing lit up. It's really beautiful. And then this Frosty the Snowman was really funny. He was like a human statue. And Corin just thought he was wonderful. You can see his big grin in the bottom of the photo there. He thought he was hilarious and great. So yeah, wasn't scared at all. It was really, really lovely. So this sheet is from a Kaiser Craft collection from 2015, and it's another one of those advent sheets. The 15 on the other sheet, I've already used that on the previous spread. So I did want to put a number. I like to put a number on every page, just so you know, I guess, that it's the same day. So I've just cut that out. I will come back to that. I really love this tree paper. This is one of the few bits I have left, so I'm just tearing the edge of that down, cutting it in half, and then I'm going to layer it behind my photo. I thought the trees fit because it's a photo of a tree. Just going to layer them kind of unevenly like that, I suppose. Just creates a little bit more interest. Stick my photo down, and then I'm going to go ahead and fill in some of the gaps. So I like this branding strip. I love all the little tiny words, so I'm just going to cut out this "'Tis the Season," and that will fit just nicely in at the bottom there where there's a bit of a gap below my photo. There we go. And then I'll bring in a sticker as well, a little word sticker. So this is off another really old Kaiser Craft collection sticker sheet. And I'm not sure what that says, Christmas cheer maybe? Back to my sticker book. I had spotted a sticker in here earlier that I knew I wanted to use, but I was having a bit of trouble finding it this time, but I do find it eventually. There it is, and it's twinkling lights, and it has a little string of lights, and I thought that was just absolutely perfect considering it was, yeah, Christmas lights. So then I'm going back to the sticker sheet, and I'm taking all the little baubles that I have left, and I'm just going to kind of stagger them at the top of the page, and then I am going to bring in some twine in a minute, and you'll see what I do with those baubles. I really like how this page turned out. Bit of a photo mat on my photo. I love this paper, and I quite like the branding strip on it. It's a bit of a candy cane stripe and then some words. So I'm just going to keep that on there as a bit of a layering piece. And I'm just piecing that together because it wasn't quite wide enough. Just like that, and then I'll trim it out. And you can watch me spend ages trying to punch out this number. It's really quite hard to punch them out perfectly once you've sort of cut the square of paper out, because it's, yeah, there's no edge of paper to hold it still inside the punch, so you've got to kind of wing it. But I got there in the end. There we go. Goes right up the top there. And back to another sticker sheet. I think this is a totally different collection. And I'm just going to take some of this tree border, I really like that, and pop that at the bottom. I think I use almost all of that tree border in this December Daily album. And I'm just writing that Corin met Frosty the Snowman. Nothing super crazy to write about this day. And here I come with my baker's twine, and I'm going to create kind of a light string with it. So I sped this up quite a bit because it did take me a while to sort of fuss around with and glue down securely. But I just wanted to have it kind of looped and, yeah, look a little bit interesting. So there we go. Put lots of wet glue there to help keep it in place. And then we're on to the next day. So this day we met up with some friends, went to a play centre with the kids and had a really good time. So I'm just going to trim down this paper. I really love this paper. I have used it so much. It's just a plain craft, but the little white stars on it just really make it something special. I don't know. It was just a little bit narrow to use as a full photo or a full page background, I suppose. So I'm just going to use this kind of, I guess, like a 3/4 page background. Putting it closer to the middle. And here are my photos. Now I do have my friends and their kids covered up because they don't like to be shared on social media, which is perfectly fine, and I respect that, obviously, so I'm just going to keep them covered up in the photos. Taking this lace border sticker, and it wasn't long enough to go all the way from top to bottom, so I just snipped it in half, and once my photo is down you won't even be able to tell. So I went a bit crazy with the ATG there, so I'm just folding that adhesive over where I went way off the edge. I did want to use this tree. I do end up getting it on the page, so I'm really happy about that. It's actually off a Christmas card from last year, so I always go and sort of recycle elements of my Christmas cards if I can. So I trimmed that out of a Christmas card, and I, have used it in this layout, so that's really good. All right, so what am I doing? I've got my number, so I just want to back it on another color because, I don't know, it just wasn't really standing out on the paper. So I just use a bit of white, and then I'm going to fussy cut around the outside just to give a bit of a border. So that sticker sheet again, that's another one I'm trying to get through, and I use quite a bit of it on this page. I use a lot of the circles, so I found this page really easy to embellish. I just used a bunch of circles really, and that Christmas tree, and I think maybe some tiny words, maybe I don't even use tiny words. It was really, really quite quick and easy. So just sticking that tree down. Some more circle stickers. So really, these circle stickers really just went together well with the punched number. So I just went with it. There's heaps of them on this page, so on this sticker sheet rather, so good to get them used up. I've had this collection in my stash probably way too long, so time to get things used up. Just going through now. I'm going to back my photo on this paper. It's really, I don't find it particularly Christmassy. It's kind of like a tile pattern, but when I use it as a photo mat, I really quite like it. So it's just a nice subtle hint of red there. So that little sticker that says a very merry memory, which of course it was. It's going in the album, so trying to get that placed exactly right. Okay. More stickers. I love these little scallop ones. They're really quite cute. And they bring that circular element, but they're a little bit more interesting because they have that scallop effect. Just wish I had more of them. Quite a few of them say 2015, and obviously that's that's no good for this year. Okay, back into my sticker book. I find these smiley faces. I like another circular element, so I'm going to bring those in. I think I bring in 3 all up. I wish there had been a red or a gold or like another color that I could actually use instead of just all mint, but that was the only color of the smiley faces that matched this layout, so oh well. Okay, now to make some of my stickers stand out a little more, especially these ones that are kind of overlapping, and to add a little bit of fake dimension, I'm taking my white Uniball Signo Broad and I'm going to do just some sketchy scribbly borders around the outside of some of them. Not all of them, and some of them I'll do a straight line, and some of them I'm going to come in with a little dash, like faux stitching line. There you go. Around the outside of that one. Yeah, really quite a simple page, but I'm really quite happy with how it turned out. I really like it. And I think sometimes pages that are quick and easy, I don't know, you can spend too long looking at a page, and even if it turns out looking amazing, you can not like looking at it because it stressed you out so badly. But yeah, this was really fun and quick to make. So while I have the gel pen out, I thought I may as well go in and add some more of those little stars that are on the background, especially in those spots where it's a little bit empty, because I did cover up quite a few of the stars actually with my photo, which is a bit sad. So I'm just going through and doing that, some teeny tiny ones and some bigger ones. There we go. And then I think on this page I'm just going to do a quick sketchy border. I feel like on the pages where it's a blank white background, this really just helps to add a little bit of interest and make it look a bit more finished off rather than things that are just sort of stuck on a blank white page. I'm taking the same pen and just doing a bit of journaling, just about going for coffee and to the play centre, and the kids had a ball. There we go, and some love hearts. All done, easy peasy. Next one. So this is a day where me and my bestie took our kids to, well, first we went to the coffee shop and we got baby chinos, and obviously mum's had coffee. And then we went to Bunnings afterwards, took the kids to Bunnings for the playground. And they had kind of like, well, you'll see the photo, they had this really cute kind of bear cut out, and the kids stood behind and put their faces through. Cute photo. So I'm going to put these two photos over off to the side. The kids having their little baby chinos. They were so little. They're so big now compared to this. Just trimming this one down a little bit. I was going to use my trimmer and then I realised I'd already put adhesive on it. So yeah, I didn't want it stuck permanently to my trimmer. Lining those up. So this mint crosshatch is going to be my background for this page. I'm liking that, so I'm just going to take that tile paper again and use that to make my photo mat. The red of it stands out really nicely on that mint. And I'm just going to do the two photos together. I don't even care at this point. I'm not worried about that. So I'm just keeping them together and just trimming all the way around the outside of that big irregular shape. There we go. And I'm pretty happy with that. That's pretty much the whole page done. There's not a lot of space left, so I will just bring in a few little stickers and that will be that whole page complete. So adhering my background down, and then I'm going to add something at the top here because my page, obviously my paper wasn't quite tall enough, so this little craft banner will do. There's the season. Sticking my photos down, and then I start to dig through my stickers again. I knew I wanted to use this sticker. It's off the Echo Park collection again, and it's just a little Santa mug with like hot chocolate, whipped cream, and a candy cane sticking out. So that was perfect for this layout. We don't get an opportunity to have really hot drinks in Australia in the summer for Christmas, so yeah, I'm not going to get a chance to use that again, so I really wanted to get it on this layout. This Happy Planner sticker book has quite a few little hot drinks in it as well, so I've added those onto the page. And then I'm going in with these little alphas and just putting in Yum, little gold foiled alphas, just in that gap that is still at the top of my page there. It sits in there nicely. And I think I'm done with that page now. So here's that photo, the kids, yeah, as teddy bears at Bunnings, so really cute. Just going to add a little photo mat with this red script paper. Just matches up with the red on the other page and also with the red in the photo. So, brush pen time. I'm using one of my Tombow dual tip markers to hand letter. I think it says Besties, Baby Chinos and Bunnings. Yeah, it's hard to see because it's a really pale mint colour, but it will come in later with a black pen and create some shadowing so you can see it better. Okay, I'm cutting out my number, or punching out my number rather. There we go. And that's going to fit in just perfectly up in that spot. So I did mat it on some red because it's mint and the background paper on that page is mint too, so it was really just sort of fading away. So I've used the same paper that I backed the photo on the right with. Really love that. Alright, back to this page, just lining up my photo and then Bunnings underneath. Just sped this up quite quickly so you don't have to sit through my very slow hand lettering. But now I'm going in with my Pigma Micron again and just putting in a shadow around those letters so you can really see what it actually says. So Besties, Baby Chinos and Bunnings. There we go. Stick my photo down. Again, a pretty simple page. I've tried to keep it simple this year. I started out trying to do a bit more crafty and flips and tags and pockets and things, and it was just taking too long. So I've tried to keep quite a few of the pages quite simple. So one, it doesn't get too bulky, and two, I don't spend all year trying to do the project. So I've gone ahead and added those little stickers at the bottom and then done a little bit of journaling. Popped in that ho 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 scalloped circle sticker. And then what am I doing? Popping in some of these little flowers, again, out of that same Happy Planner sticker book. I've had this for about a year as well. Yeah, it's pretty old. Still have so much of it left. There's so many stickers in those books. It's crazy. Okay, this one, because I was trying to layer it over my photo, it just wasn't really standing out being a clear sticker. So I've just stuck it to some white paper and fussy cut it out. The other two, even though they're off camera and you can't see them, but they are on the white, so you can see them a lot better. Okay, day 19. The last one. This one is really, really quick. I don't do much at all. So I'm just going to map my photo basically, add, I think, one sticker or a couple of stickers, and then those presents at the bottom I cut out of the advent sheet from the Kaiser Craft collection. A couple of the boxes weren't numbers, they were just gifts like this, and I thought, well, this is perfect for this page because it's my gift wrapping that I used for that year. So I punched out my number, and I'm pretty much just going to have those exactly where you can see them now. So I matted my photo on that green tartan, and this whole page is going to be pretty green. Actually, you will have seen my layout for day 20 already because that was a design team layout, but I wanted to keep everything pretty green. So that tree border sticker again, just to fill in the gap at the top there, and then I'll just stick these gifts and my number down, and that will be everything done. So that's it for this video. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this really long video. There are lots of close-ups coming up right at the end, so make sure to stick around for those, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.